Hello and welcome to the first video of my video series where I document my builds and things on the Meloncraft server here. This first one I'm just going to be kind of going around the main starting town and then eventually going to check out my lighthouse. The following videos after this one we will be exploring the cool dungeons that I made and give you some insider tips and kind of what my thought process was with creating them. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So you'll notice right away, if this is your first viewing of the Meloncraft server, that there are some cool things that this server has, such as a master sword. Unfortunately that's just actually a golden sword, but sure, it has some interesting property. But there are some other unique items that I don't have any on me at the moment. But there's some interesting things. We can get into more of that later though. So first off, this is my starting house. If I figure out how to put pictures inside the videos here, then I'll have a comparison. This is based off of the Mystery Dungeon house from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Just got this junk in my mailbox. And yeah, this here is the main starting area of Meloncraft. That is Lemon Town. It doesn't really make much sense, but we kind of got some like lemons in the trees, so you know, there's some theming. There's me. I'm also up there if you can see. But we got some banners there with the Lemon Town colors and the little lemon on them. So this is a big town. We don't really have time to go over everything, but I'll check out the most important things. So this is the staff hall. These are some of the other moderators, the admin there, Melon himself, and some other cool people. There's a gods plugin on the server, so we have different gods. This one is Aqua. There's some interesting things with the gods. Maybe we can check them out later. That's my friend Kraken. He always has questions. I'll probably get back to him here in a sec. This is the big mall, then where you can buy other things, including my flag there. I actually built the main structure of the mall. It's been changed and updated a little bit to better incorporate things. Sorry about that, but nah. So we got some guys have a little shop set up. We might expand it, have a third floor soon. This is my pawn shop, one-stop pawn shop, where you can get chicken things, mycelium, and other blocks. Shears on. Use shears. Anything else? Okay. But yes, it's a pretty cool little town that we got here. It's definitely the biggest, most developed. It's based off of the Townie plugin then as well. So there's other towns that other people have made. This is an interesting little build here by Mr. Kraken. Just kind of checking around the town. It has a very good wall then that's protecting it from the outside. You'll see there's kind of a big tower over there we can check out. You'll also see there is a beacon. Keep that in mind. We will be getting back to that in a moment. But yeah, just checking out the outer wall over here. If you remember the gods that we were talking about, unfortunately this god's texture is not loading in at the moment. She's a pretty cool, like, earth themed nature god. And so this is like her main temple then, which is part of part of the main town. I was wondering if anyone else was going to log in while I was doing my recording, and sure enough, Mr. Kraken, there's like no one else on just a second ago. There are some cool other features, such as these lift signs. This tower here also shows some of the dungeons. So these are travel setups that were made by Mr. Melon to go to some of the dungeons I made already. Probably going to be moving these around. I don't know what he's doing with the signs there. Sorry, can't right now. It's a pretty cool. So when you click on that sign, you teleport all the way up to the top there. We have some public farms here, so there's pumpkins and there's some other plants and things, some trees, and that means that Kraken is probably here. You might be looking for me. But anyway, it's like a pirate themed fishing town, kind of. So you'll see there's also one of those beacons, but that doesn't actually mean that it's a standard. It means something else, and you'll see there's a big pirate ship over there, kind of fitting into the lore, you could say. So this interesting structure here was actually my first build on the server. We'll go check that out. Kinda, this is like a bridge then leading out of the town. You'll see there in the bottom left corner, wilderness. So we've now left the safety, relative safety of the town. And then we have some signs here. So this is like out to the main rest of the world. And then this is to my lighthouse. But it is not just a lighthouse, as you can see, as it is also a windmill and also a water wheel. Fortunately, we don't have mods or anything like that, and a granary too. So supposedly, you know, you'd put your flour in here, and then that would turn it into grain. Down here, then of course that was my first where I was doing some mining. This is where I was trying to set up some chests. Never really quite worked. We do, let's see, there's I try to put these flags inside of the things I built, but in more not quite obvious locations, I suppose. This is one of these cool lift signs, and then we can even go higher up in the main structure here. This probably will end it and help out Kraken. Afterwards, then you can see this mysterious tower. I don't know actually who built that one. I think it was a guy that was only on for a little bit. He was a part of the, if I recall, the previous, this server, Meloncraft, was based off of Loycraft or something like that, which is also the name of that tree goddess, if you recall. But what's cool about this lighthouse is we're probably not going to get to see it. Maybe I can open the next video showing it, but it actually turns on at nighttime. And then this here, this is a secret treasure chest. So there are specific chests hidden in different locations. Another cool plugin about this server, where you can only open them. So you see it's not giving me like the normal chest opening animation, but it's instead saying you've already looted this treasure. So this was a treasure that I set up with some cool, I think I had some lapis, some other stuff in there, and essentially everyone can only open them once, and then they can get a whole bunch of treasure. So there's a bunch of really cool secrets, such as this Pirate's Cove over here, that are set up by the server admins for players to gather resources, get some really cool enchanted gear, and even some other mysterious things. It's not everything is as it seems. on the server. Oh, also I have a permanent jump boost too and speed too. Very cool, and I will explain how I got that in the next video, and then hopefully we'll see my lighthouse turning on. Wow, that was very close up. And then we will go check out the first dungeon that I actually created here on this server. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.